Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Chapter 2 problem number 23 on the Embassy Motorcycles that manufacture two lightweight motorcycles, and I'm going to put it into Excel to look like what you see on page 88. So the first thing I'm going to do is just put my Embassy Motorcycles, meant with an S. And of course I can click and drag this to make it wider so I can see all of it. And here on row 3, I'm going to have my production time. I'm just going to name my constraints. And I have a Easy Rider and a Lady Sport. So all I'm doing is just typing this information in. Now, one thing you can do to make this look nicer is the production time. I can click and drag this and then up here hit the merge and center, so that way it kind of centers it. And so now I have all these different constraints. I have manufacturing, let me spell it. I have frames, I have assembly and testing. The Easy Rider had 6 hours, the Lady Sport 3, and then this last column is going to be my time available. Just drag that. I have 2100 hours available. The frames, only the Lady Sport, so 1L, just L. So I'll put a 1 there, had 280. And assembly and a testing, I had 2 for Easy Rider, 2.5 for Lady Sport, and 1,000 hours available for total. Okay, the time available. Alright, so now I'm going to put my profit per cycle. This was given as 2,400 for the Easy Rider, 1,800 for the Lady Sport. Alright, and then down here is going to be my model, where I'm going to have my decision variables. Again, I'm going to click and drag that and merge and center it. I have my Easy Rider and Lady Sport again, so I'm just going to be lazy and copy it and just do Control V to paste. All I did was just type that back in there again. So I have cycles produced, which is what I'm trying to find. So I'm going to highlight those. I just click on them and click this little bucket up there. What I want to do is maximize my total profit. And I do this by taking the profit times the number of cycles produced of Easy Riders plus the Lady Sport profit per cycle times the number of cycles. So of course this will get filled in, nothing there now. And then I'm going to write once again more formally my constraints as formulas. So this is my hours used, in other words the left hand side, and then this is the hours available, the right hand side. And again I can make that a little bigger so I can see it. Alright, so just so I'm lazy and don't have to type these again, I'm just going to copy and paste. Here I have my manufacturing times the number of cycles plus the Lady Sport times the number of cycles. And so as you can see, this is why I matched my cells exactly like page 88. So you can see I'm using the same formula. And then here, my hours available, I'm just going to copy this cell, so I'm just going to say equals. Alright, the next one with the frames, I'm going to do equals the lady sport, because the lady sport's the only one that's involved with this, times the number of cycles. And this of course equals D6. And then finally assembly, I'm going to have this value times the number of cycles plus the 2.5 times the lady sport. Alright, so that matches up. I only have 3 constraints compared to the one in the textbook has 4. And then of course I'm going to copy the contents in that cell. And then I can type here. Now if you just try to type less than or equals, which is fine, you might want to center it. Okay, so that's just my constraint. Again, being lazy, I can just copy those values. So everywhere that I have a formula, I'm going to highlight. This way I know that's where my formulas are located, and I don't want to make changes to those. So all I've done was set up a nice little spreadsheet, okay, that looks like, you can even bold those as well, that looks like page 88 to be able to go to the second step to get an Excel solution.